Alright, in this video we're talking about how to create a stem and leaf plot. These are used just to kind of organize data so you can see if there's any trends in the numbers. So with our stem, with these numbers, the stem means the tens place and the leaf means the ones place. So if I want to place 15 on the stem and leaf plot, I know that the 1 is going to go in the stem column because that represents 10, and then the 5 is going to go over here. So this represents the number 15. So if you look at the key at the bottom here, when it's saying 5 line 4, that's just telling the reader that this means, the numbers here mean like 54, or here it's like 15. So if I want to put 16 on here, my stem is 1, and my leaf is 6. And then I like to cross these out as I go so that I don't forget any of the numbers. Okay, so next I have 21, so my stem is 2 because that represents the 20, the tens, or the tens place, yeah. And then the leaf represents the ones place. This would be 1, so that'd be 21. And then same thing for 23, 23, 26, 26. Even when there's duplicates of numbers, you still put that twice. So here I have 23, and I have 23 again, and I have 26 and 26. And then for the 30, same thing. I have 3 in the stem column, and then I have 0 for 30, and I have 32. Okay, and then last one is 41. So I have my stem is 4 and my leaf is 1. And so this is kind of nice. Like, let's say I'm grading tests or something, and I want to know what the most common range of scores is. I can see that most students scored in the 20s, and then only one student scored in the 40s. Okay, so number 2, I'm not going to go through this entire one, but I'll kind of start it off for you. So this time I have 107. I can't put 1 in the stem and 0, 7 in the leaf. You can only put the ones digit in the leaf, or one number. So for this one, I'm going to put 10 in the stem. This represents 100. And then I'm going to put the 7 over here, so that represents 107. So if I look at my key at the bottom here, it says 50 line 4 equals, so that's going to equal 504. And this is really important so that whoever's looking at this knows that you're talking about hundreds, like if they couldn't see these numbers up here. Okay, and then for 112, I have 1, 1 here because that represents 110. And then my leaf, I have 2 and 9 in the ones place. And then for 120, I have 127 and the 128. Okay. Number 3, so this one's decimals, but still going to look pretty similar to number 1, where I'm putting 1 digit here and 1 digit here. But so, okay, so I want to go in order from least to greatest. So if I start with 1.2, I'm going to put 1 on this side and 2 on the leaf side, and 7 for 1.7. But the problem here is if someone couldn't see what numbers are up here, this just looks like the number 12 and the number 17. So the key is really important here, where you're telling the reader that, hey, this isn't 54, but it's actually 5.4. This is telling the reader this is 1.2, 1.7, and I have 4.2, and I have 9.1 and 9.9. So the key is really important at the bottom, because over here, if I didn't have a key, this could be 10.7 and 11.2. So it's really important that you make it clear what's happening in the stem and leaf.